Hi everybody and welcome to True Wants, where here we try to help you make that decision if it's going to change from a want to a need. If you are new to my channel, I really hope you will choose to subscribe. It's free and it's easy. It's the red button that you'll see right underneath this video. If you press it and it turns gray, you're in. It's that simple. There's also that bell beside that subscribe button that I always recommend that you press. It's called the notification bell. And what ends up happening is YouTube will notify you just once that I have uploaded a brand new video. I do upload a lot, and sometimes my videos are time sensitive, so I don't want you to miss out. So make sure to press that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll be in the know. Also in that same area, there is that thumbs up, and that's where you guys come in. If you enjoyed the content that I make and that I make so much of it, please take a second when you arrive to hit that thumbs up. It will turn blue, the number will increase, and that's you helping True Ones get noticed on this huge YouTube platform. So I'm thanking everyone in advance for that thumbs up. Okay, guys, this is what I call my MOTD, which stands for Makeup of the Day. But it's a little bit different this time around because I had a cold for a lot of the month of December. So I have so much that I have the opportunity to play with. So I got a package today that I'm going to be uploading. So I'm pretty sure that's going to go up first. And then I decided at the end of the day, if I was happy with how the makeup turned out, I would sit down and share with you some of the new products that I had the opportunity to try. And that's what this video is going to be all about. All right. So starting with, believe it or not, the shampoo. This I shared with you on my last makeup of the day, more recently. I think I did it last week, that I had the opportunity to try this product. And I am blown away by it. I was really impressed the first time around, but this time even more so. If you have not tried this, Christophe Robin, it's a scrub, cleansing, purifying scrub. What's amazing about this is it truly turns into a shampoo. You do not need to do anything else besides this product. They tell you you can use a conditioner in the shower afterwards, but I chose to use a spray-on conditioner outside of the shower because it was one that I wanted to try. But this, so impressed. Like I said, you put it in, you feel the first round. I did a second round, and on the second round, it suds up so much, leaves a beautiful scent, leaves your hair squeaky, squeaky clean. I am really, really impressed with this. So happy to have had the opportunity to try it because I do have a big tub of this, but this I think we got in an IPSY. So I always like trying the sample size first. So if it doesn't work for me, I can gift the larger sizes. So really excited about that. The next item that I had the opportunity to try was another one that we got in a box this month, and it is from the brand called Unite. And I read some amazing things about this brand, but I never had the opportunity to try it. And this is their 7-second detangler. Also fantastic. I used very little. I just sprayed it lightly over, but that is all I have on my hair today, and I am impressed with both. No other conditioners, no other, nothing. I use this even as my heat protectant, like nothing. So impressed with this. The next item that I share that I'm really enjoying is from LAWLESS. This is Forget the Filler. This is what I put on before I even start doing my routine during the day. It has a fantastic applicator. I love how this feels on the lips, and then at the end, when I'm ready to put on a lipstick or a liquid lipstick that might be drying, then I know that my lips have already been hydrated when I start off my routine with this. I share with you sometimes, and I don't always remember to pull this out, but I like the Becca Under Eye Brightener. That is what is my go-to. But I have found this product, and this is what I usually travel with, and I'm enjoying it so much. And I know my other makeup of the days, they're all scattered all around because these videos only show up when I don't have something else to either share with you as spoilers or unboxings or PR or some things like that. So I do have a lot of these MOT videos backed up, which I'm going to have to start uploading. But I wanted to do the most recent products that I did first, and then we'll go into my archives to get those up to you guys. So this one here is what I use. I take a brush, I put it under my eyes, and even if I'm not wearing makeup or just going for a walk, I always seem to like to put this on. It brightens up that area. It just makes me feel like me. So when I don't have this on, I feel that there's a difference even when I put concealer and foundation and everything over when I miss this step. So I always want to make sure that you guys know about this. It's called the SKINFOOD. There's a lot of brighteners that are coming out now, but I have been using these type of products for many, many years. So wanted to make sure that you guys knew about that. Then I wanted to try, we got so many primers this month. This is another one that I chose for myself. This was in a Boxycharm box. This is from Alchemist. It is their anti-pollution primer. This felt more, a little bit silicone-y to me, but I absolutely loved this product. That is what it looks like there. I enjoy Grown Out Chemist. I like their day cream, I like their night cream, and I didn't have the opportunity to try the primer, so that is here. So you need very little, so don't be concerned that this tube is smaller than their day creams and the night creams, because you need very, very little, because it really spread out nicely. And it didn't dry down to where your face felt, it felt almost like you put a hydrating primer on. So impressed with this as well. As you know, my go-to for my foundation has been this Catrice TRUESKIN. I will leave this in the description box down below because I picked mine up from Amazon. They run around $10. If you have not tried this, it surpasses even some of my higher end foundations. I'm so impressed with this. The shade that I am in this is 033 Cool Almond. But like I said, I'm so impressed with this. I always want to share with you, when you see me 90% of the time, it's probably this, unless I'm testing out a new foundation. The next one here, and it's so funny, I have a whole drawer of foundations, and I always seem to gravitate to this one. The next item that I wanted to try was I picked up for myself in a different color, because the color that they chose for me in my profile, they chose a deeper color, which is beautiful as well, but I wanted to try this lighter one that I picked up in that add-on section in IPSY. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the number 3. It's just a brightener to me as a concealer. I like to brighten up under my eyes, down my nose, a little on my chin, and a little in between my brows, just to add a little bit more brightness to I use it more for that than I do for coverage. But I think the other color that they sent me was number 6. And on that one, I think if I have a blemish or something, I think I would use that one for that. So happy to have both. Then I wanted to retry this because I enjoyed it a lot. This is from the American Influencer box. This month it was Touch and Soul. This is their No Problem eye primer. I'm enjoying the Touch and Soul so much. A lot of us had the opportunity to try their No Problem that was in a little bit of a pump glass container. Enjoyed that one as well. I'm using their creams, both of them, that were in the box. So everything that was in the American Influencer box, I have been using this month, and I have been enjoying it so much. This one, if you are not familiar, because this is, I think, one of their newer products, you click it up from the bottom, and the color and the product comes out through the top. It has a light tint to it, so it's not going to give you that coverage. So if you need a heavier eye primer, if you need to like hide veins and things that are on your eyes, then this one would not be for you. This one goes on to me very much like the Urban Decay. It's a little more like hydrating, I guess is the best way, but you have to let it dry down. If you try to work with it before it is set, you're going to end up with, pilling or any of that. It's, to me, you really have to let this get on. I put it on with the sponge, then I take my fingers and I move it all the way around from the bottom all the way to my eyebrows, and then I move on to other steps, and then I go back to this to put on my eye shadows. I also set this, which I do with all of my products. You can set it with a shadow, or you can set it with a loose powder. I chose to set it with a loose powder because I wanted to, the palette that I have in this was one that I picked up in the add-ons that was going to be a $5 palette. It's a less expensive brand. So I wanted to do as much as I could to help that palette out because I really wasn't familiar with it, but we'll go through it in just a sec. This item here, I got 2 different setting powders this month. One was from LORAC, and this is the Pro Loose Setting Powder. I really enjoy this name, and I always love sharing with you guys that if you're not familiar with LORAC, first of all, the owner's name is Carol, and that's just her name spelled backwards. And that's how she came up with the name of her company. But this was one that I never got in my boxes. And when I bought those mystery boxes that we had during the Christmas specials, this was one of the products that was in there. And the shade that they chose, they didn't get the opportunity to choose for me because it was a mystery box, was Brulee. And I was a little bit nervous. So I went on the website to see, because when I looked at it, I thought, oh, that might be a little bit too dark. However, it's not. It's what I'm wearing all over my face. I'm really impressed with this. It really comes out very, very little. The shade that's in here, do not be afraid if you are my skin tone. To me, it went on pretty much like a translucent. It didn't really give like an extra different color, and it didn't change the color of my foundation. So I'm really excited because I really love the LORAC products, and especially her eyeshadows, but impressed with this as well. The next, and her lipsticks, I bought, she had an anniversary special years ago, and I bought this huge train case with all the lipsticks and the liners and the glosses. It is such a fantastic, it was a gift to myself, and I used it for that entire year. I did not gravitate to anything else, but it was also before I was living here and getting boxes. The other item that I wanted to try, because I wanted to try this one was from REALHER. It was Set Your Goals, and it is a blurring veil. And I haven't seen anyone else make a blurring veil besides Bare Minerals, which used to be my go-to. So this I decided to use to set under my eyes, and that's what I did. Normally I like the banana powder from Oprah to give it a little bit more brightness, but I really felt this gave so much brightness from the concealer that I felt I can get away with this, and I'm happy with this product as well. So excited about that. And to me, a blurring veil, even if you set your with loose setting, you carry this in your purse at the end of the day or the middle of the day if you start to shine through, like I used to when I, combo girl, this is what we all do. I always would take my blurring veil with me because the blurring veil is really, really, to me, even more finely milled than other powders, and it doesn't give like an extra layer. It really just gives that blur, and that's what I used to carry with me all the time, but it was from Bare Minerals. So excited because I do enjoy my REALHER, and again, with REALHER, their lipsticks, their liners, their glosses are some of my favorites. Another product that I received that I could not wait, this was a choice item for me, this is from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. The one that I got is in Off to Costa Rica, and this one is beautiful as well. These are the shades that are in here, and this is what I have on my face. I used this as my contour first with a different brush. I should bring the brushes out here one time. A different brush that's a little more dense and it has an angle to it, so I can get it exactly where I want it so that I don't, because I use a bigger brush when I do my bronzer that fans things out a little bit more. So I always like to do my contour first. It's a light contour just so that I can put it exactly where I want to have the contour. So I do my number 3, but I do it under here. Then I take a fluffier brush and I use this even as the bronzer because I thought the color was just stunning. So I did that. I use this as my blush today, and then this is my highlighter. And as you can see, this is beautiful. I mean, Anastasia, Beverly Hills, I feel we're so spoiled that we get this in our boxes, and this is an absolute one that I would like travel with and take with me because it's the, one and done. Because if you don't have time to do your shadows, another trick is you take the bronzer shade, use that as your transition, take a little bit of the blush, and then you can put that as just a fast, right after you finish doing your brush with your blush, you just put this over your eyes and then it just gives it, and then you can always put a little bit of the highlighter in the corner and you're all set. So these, a lot of times when I'm traveling and, we're just going, day, visiting malls, whatever it is, museums, this is what I end up taking with me, and that is what I end up using as my full face of makeup. The next one was the one that I wanted to try that I'm going to have that video up probably first. This was something that I bought in the flash sale for $5. It was from Beauty Creations and it's called Dare to Be Bright, and it says Bomb AF. And then on here, these were the shades that were on here, and it had a shield on it, but it had a bunch of numbers on it, but there were no other things on the back of the packaging where the numbers I felt would be, it didn't make sense to me why they were numbers. So if you know why, please share with me in the comments down below. But this is what I ended up using on my eyes today. And I was impressed with this. I didn't know what to expect because there's a couple of Beauty Creation products that I've gotten in the past for lip products and things, and it also impressed me. And then when I looked, their prices are really, really reasonable. And when I read reviews on this, to me, a lot of people have mentioned there's a hit and a miss. I think this one ended up being perfect. I definitely wouldn't have chose these colors for myself because I don't like doing pinks and all that. But my look that I ended up with today, I thought ended up really, really beautiful. It went on perfectly over the primer and the powder. And I ended up using majority of the shades. So I set like I would, if I didn't do that loose powder. But I'd use this anyways all over my lid. So I'd have one shade all the way through. It went on. When I blended, nothing blended away. It didn't behave like a really inexpensive palette. There were some other brands that I have tried, and I told you when I used them that they blended away and I stay clear of them. Then the other one I did was just above my transition. I always share with you that I go above where my crease is, which is where, to me, the transition should go. Then I deepened up my crease with this bright color to give it a little bit more depth. And then I used these two colors on the outside. And then I wanted to go even deeper, so I tried this shade, and then I did a little bit of the purple just to give it a little bit more definition on the outside, and I used that as my liner underneath. Like I said, and then the 2 shades that are in here, I used this one in the corner of my eye, and then this one I used all over my lid. I did spray for the corner of the lid on here because I don't like putting my fingers in. I like working with brushes. So this ended up to me being a really nice palette. So if you see that in the, you know, in the section where it's like only $5, this was in the flash sale, I would definitely, you know, pick it up. It performed really nice for me. I didn't know, and for $5, I figured it'd be good to sit down and try and share with you that if it's even worth the $5, I definitely think it is. The next item that I tried today was from Lottie. This is the Winged Woman. Also, this went on beautifully. The sponge applicator, the tip applicator on this has movement, so it's really nice, even though it's felt tip. I was impressed with this. I've worn this once before. I had no bleeding, no anything, and by the end of the day, that is what I have on my eyes here as well. Then I wanted to try this mascara, but I always try to do a primer first. This time I pulled out of my stash from Essence. It's called the Volume Boost Lash Primer. This is simply one of those, you know, simply a white primer. I wanted to try a lesser expensive one. Many years I've been using the Lancome one. And then I went to the L'Oreal one in the drugstore. And then we got some in previous Boxycharm boxes from Milk, which also were beautiful. And then I had this one somehow in my stash. So when I went to that drawer, this is what pulled out. It performed fine. And then this one here, we got also in the American Influencer box. This is also Touch and Soul. This is the Stretchy Stretch Lash Effect Mascara. This one, the wand is really impressive. It has that round, that little curve to it that helps you get that lift. This mascara for me is one that, for me, and understand this is like, a lot of times I will put on 2 mascaras. One for giving me the length, which I felt this did, and the name Stretch I thought was fantastic, or Stretch EX, because that's what it did do. It definitely gave me where my lashes, you know, it gave it more of the length, but I don't feel it gave me a lot of volume. So if you're looking for that more than natural lash, it's not a natural lash where you can't tell that you're wearing mascara. But to me, it did give me the length. It just didn't give me the volume that I like. But I left it for the day because I said I wanted to share with you guys about it. And I didn't want to put anything on top because I wanted you guys, if you could see through the glasses, what it looks like. So no smudging, no anything. So it is a good product. It's just, for me, it's one that I would use first and then use another one above it. If I was looking just to run around and do it, this does the job to give you that length. And I was really impressed with it, and it really worked well on the bottom lashes as well, like no transfer or anything like that at all. And then the next one that I am falling in love with, this brand called Shades by Shan. And if it wasn't for IPSY, I wouldn't have even known about this brand. And I'm so impressed with everything that I am trying from them. So when I saw this available in the flash sale, and it was also, I think, only $5 for both products, I decided to give it a shot. And that is what I did here. And then the shade on this, I think, is Indigenous. Give me a sec. It is Ingleside, Ingleside. And then this is the shade, and these magnifiers, if you're interested, they're on the Improving Lifestyle website. The link is down below. So this is what I have on my lips. So this is the shade that is in here. What's nice about this is if you twist it, it will move up. And you can also, I twisted it back down, so I always like to test that. There's also a sharpener where you do the twist as well, which I think is nice. This one is really nice as well. It's what I have on my lips. This is a matte liquid lipstick, but you have playtime. In other words, when you put this on, it doesn't go on where you almost feel like you're putting on a gloss and then it dries down. And once it dries down, it is a matte, where normally I would put a gloss over, but because I wanted to do this video, I wanted to see how it would wear all day. I haven't eaten or done any of that with this, but it has been on for a while, and I still think it looks fine. It does have a bit where if you put your lips together, you'll feel a little bit of the pull, but nothing like that. To be able to keep your lipstick on all day, I think this is really, really comfortable. So excited about this as well. And then I chose this for myself as well. This is the Complex Culture. It's called the Filter Out. They're saying this is a light mist. and they're saying it is a defense mist. This has the whole technology about the blue light and all that, which I know a lot of people don't believe in, but I have this and I wanted to use it as a setting mist, and that's what I did. So sprayed beautifully, no real scent, you know, helped everything meld together. Like I said, I put my makeup on first thing in the morning, and usually the only thing that I touch up is my lips after I eat and all of that. But I ended up getting the package a little bit later. So I ended up putting on the shadow as well as the lip product later, but it was right after lunch, and now this is more at the end of the day. So I've had the opportunity to get my thoughts around the products and then be able to share them with you here. So that's everything that I have on my face and some of the products that I had the opportunity to try. There's no real duds in here at all. So hopefully if you have the opportunity and you get some of these items in your boxes, or like me, you end up picking them up in flash sales for, you know, $5 and the $3.50 add-ons. I think none of these products are ones that I would not recommend for you to try. All right, take care everybody, continue to stay safe and well, and I'll see you all soon again in my next video. Bye for now.